guys, and welcome back again to the Yogi Podcast. This is part 2, so in case you didn't watch the first one, make sure you watch it. I'm going to let our guest reintroduce himself in case you didn't know, so go ahead and take it over.
What's up, y'all? My name is Byron K. Williams.
A skater, and he does a lot of different things in the health and wellness. So if you don't know about his app, that's coming soon, so make sure y'all jump on the bandwagon for that. And he is also a personal trainer, so hey, if you want to train with him,
I got you.
Yeah, he got
I
you.
can do everything. So I'm a sword fighter too. So I can help you with skating. I can help you with sword work. I can help you with movement. Just finding yourself, finding your flow, finding your confidence. All of that. We got it.
But I want to ask you this: when you were in advertising, did you say you were a person with a plan, or do you think when you transitioned into being a creative, you was a person with a purpose?
I was always a person with a purpose, and I always had a plan, even if I didn't know what the plan was. I just knew it was always to move forward. With that said, I got into advertising just because I'm able to wear many hats. But I was a creator first. I got into social media. I want to say MySpace. I got into social media with MySpace. I always had one of the most popping pages, and then Twitter came around.
I was too young, y'all, for MySpace.
Hopped on Twitter, and then Vine came around. That's where I really got introduced to real social media and what it is today. So when Vine came around, I'm still back home in Cincinnati, right? We go like semi-viral. During that time, I'm already planning to move to LA. So let me take you back in time. So it's 2013. Vine is popping. And I'm like, hey, I need to move to LA because I always wanted to move here. And I knew that I was going to. I was just setting my life up to where I could. So Cincinnati, grew up, went to high school, did an internship. I went to college. I went to a 2-year like technical school called Cincinnati State. I didn't go to nothing glamorous. I didn't do none of that like fancy college life stuff. I went to a semester. I did the Disney College program where I moved to Florida for 4 months and I worked as a custodian because that's what they hired me as. I picked up some parade shifts and everything, but my whole goal was just freedom. I had never been outside my city for real. I had never seen a palm tree. I had never seen an ocean. I was 19 years old at the time and I just wanted freedom. So I was like, I'll clean some toilets and I'll clean up vomit. I'll clean up popcorn if I get to go see some palm trees, some beautiful women and eat some good food and be around Hispanic people and diversity. There's no diversity in Cincinnati, so I just needed to change.
So when you first got here, was it kind of jarring, or did you feel like, oh, I can find my flow? Like, where were you at when you were coming here to LA?
Man, at home, because like during the time I was in Florida, I was already planning my move to LA. Florida was just a 1 semester test of me living away from home for the first time, living by a beach for the first time. Once I saw what that was like and how vibey it was, I was like, oh, I'm moving to LA 1 year from today as soon as I got back. So literally got back home to Cincinnati. The whole year I was just planning to move to LA. So I was doing everything. I'm on this website called I'mMovingToLA.com. There was a site where people was always moving to LA and they was giving all of their tips and everything. So I was already mentally preparing for the hardship, the rent prices, the struggle, joblessness, potential homelessness. I was preparing for all of that while I was in Cincinnati. Just got back from my internship. Then I picked up another one at Fox 19 News. So I did an internship with Fox, and I told them day one, Eileen Osborne was the name of the coordinator. Day one, she's like, Byron, what do you want to get out of this? I said, honestly, as soon as this ends, and mind you, this was in August, the internship ends in December. I'm like, as soon as this ends, I'm packing up my car. I don't care what I have, and I'm driving to California. It's going to be 2 weeks after this ends because it gave me time to say bye to my mom and everything too and like get everything together. So I did that. She's like, wow, well, hopefully you can get everything you need from here. Got that. 1 year later, moved to California. As soon as I got here, I felt immediately at home.
Nice. Cause like I'm a native, so I'm born and raised here. So we have a different kind of style. And for me, I'm not very Hollywoodish. Like even if you look at my Instagram, I like to post fashion, beauty and stuff like that. But I'm more down to earth. Like I'm just a chill. If you have to be in it, or do you kind of just connect with the people you need to so then you can just move forward?
That's a good question. First off, I love your outfit.
Thank you.
Fire. Secondly, I'm learning that I'm a different case than most people. I'm an anomaly. I'm somebody who like, honestly, I feel like my looks just get me in the door. And I don't know what that is. I could be like real smack and ugly to a lot of people, but like just generally speaking as far as being presentable, not looking good enough, just being presentable. I think my looks get me in the door a lot. My energy definitely resonates when I'm in the room, but more so it's like my personality, my attention to detail, how much I care about everything and everybody. Like I've never had an issue making friends anywhere. If anything, I have the opposite. Everybody wants to be my friend. And it's like, I don't have room for y'all. Like just this month was my birthday. I had about 20 other friends with birthdays. Oh, wow. And I'm like, well, damn. And then next month it's even worse. So it's like the more friends I have, the more birthdays.
Yeah, that's true. And everybody wants you to come to everything. They celebrate the whole month.
Here's the thing. I'm so different. I don't even celebrate the day for real. I only say it to acknowledge it. Like people like,
Mm-hmm.
it's your birthday. I'm like, oh yeah, it is. I guess come over. I'll cook for everybody. I'll buy us some food. Let's turn up
Yeah.
like that.
And when it comes to working with brands, are you focused on like I wouldn't say what's the word? I can't think of it. Morality, but are you worried about like what they focus on or do you just work with them because it works for you or do is there something behind it when you pick a brand that you want to work with?
That's a good question. It's always alignment. It's always alignment. Like any brand that I work with, I have to actually see myself in that brand. Because first off, a lot of things I do for myself. Like I can do my own clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I cut my own hair. Like there's so many things I do for myself. I create my own herbal medicine. Like everything I do for the most part is self sufficient. So if I'm gonna put on your brand, it has to resonate with me.
Okay, cool.
So like brands, I feel like there's a respect level already, and it's interesting because like I'm not really that known, but I'm known enough to have brands that reach out. But when they do, it's more so like, how can we work with you or how can we make something fit for you? And just when they come from that perspective, it's like you're already looking to build together. You're not
Mm-hmm.
looking to just put me in something or make me look the way you want me to look. You're really trying to collaborate. So the first thing I look for is real deal collaboration, not just my face being somewhere. And this is beautiful. This is real deal collaboration, a beautiful black creator. Like this is
Yes.
the work that I
And
really,
that's
really
what I
like doing.
wanted to create on here. So thank you for acknowledging that.
Of course.
And so what advice do you have for like young creatives that either want to get into skating or get into fitness or get into like the movement kind of content creating? What can you tell them about that?
I would say do it. Like, and that's so generic. Everybody say do it. But my thing is like this: the world has never been easy. Nobody ever told you it'd be easy. If they did, they lied. Show me what they did that was so easy, if it is
Mm-hmm.
that easy. And then secondly, regardless of how easy it may have been for them, that don't mean it's going to be that easy for you. I don't care what they tell you. You have to live your own life. You got to do it your own
Yes.
way. No matter what you do, it's going to be hard. You have to pick your heart because here's the thing. You know what's hard? Doing the thing you want to do to change your life. You know what's even harder? Living a life that you never was able to change. That's the
Mm-hmm.
hardest thing.
Yes.
I'd rather live with knowing that I did something and like, you know what? Maybe I could have done something different, but now I know better than to not do it and wonder what if, because you can't get that time back. Time passes. It only moves forward, not
It definitely
backwards.
does. And one thing I live by is it wasn't a failure, it was just a lesson.
Exactly.
So you can always do something better. You could be like, okay, let me tweak this. I learned from that. Take that, piece it together, and there you go. Voila.
Yeah. I think it's a superpower to be able to fail in front of people too.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the bigger things. Like everybody fails at some point in some capacity. Every day we all fail in one
Mm-hmm.
area of life.
Yeah.
But the thing is, a lot of people are scared to allow it to be transparent. They'll try to cover it up. They'll try to hide, or like I said earlier, compensate. Most people are compensating for something in their life. Once you stop compensating, you can actually start winning and you can start complimenting what you actually do have, and people start complimenting you more.
I feel that. Okay, so let me see where else I want to go with this because the conversation's been so good and it's been
Yeah.
so many different things. It's just like, I love it for myself. I feel like I'm a viewer right now,
No,
to
that's
be
a good one.
honest. Okay, so I know that you draw a lot of inspiration or a lot of just power from God, but is there anything else that you kind of pull from, like, say you're down or you just feel low, or what else can you draw from besides God, which is important? That's
Yeah.
number one, but
Yeah.
what else for you personally helps you get motivated?
The fact that this ain't my first rodeo. And I don't care what it is. Like I've probably seen it before or I've been around people that have been through it. My thing is like the things that I've seen and been through in my life, I feel like I asked for them because I went through a lot of things prematurely. Like even like me not having my mom for the past decade of my life and everything, like literally her passing away the day that I got hired at TMZ. I
Mm-hmm.
called her, Mom, I finally got my dream job. Like I'm going to move you out to California. I'm going to get you out of that hospital and get you in some real
Right.
care. I don't trust them. They taking too much blood. They putting too many needles, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
like the way you talking to me when you on the phone because it sounds like you're taking your energy. I'm gonna move you out here. Last thing she said is, "I'm so proud of you." Next
Right.
day, they said she's no longer here.
Mm-hmm.
So at the same time, like when it comes to me, I just know that everything is progressive. I know that everything is leading you somewhere, and you're not supposed to know where it is. So that's why it's okay to not know. A lot of people, I think we try to know all the answers, and I feel like there maybe is some comfort in knowing, but you're not going to know. So I would say finding comfort in the process and just
Mm-hmm.
knowing that as long as you're alive and as long as you still are thinking and focused forward and not stagnant, you will get somewhere.
I love that. So growing up, because I know we haven't touched a little bit on that, were
Mm.
you always comfortable in front of the camera? Were you someone who liked to, like, I don't know, do like you said, dance, do that stuff? Was that always, or were you kind of pushed into that, or where were you at with that type of stuff?
Definitely not pushed. I said like I was just one of the kids that was cool enough where it's like I would hang out, I would play on the football team, even though I was small. I was like 89 pounds trying to play football in the eighth grade. But I would play with the football team. I would do the stuff after school. Like if they was all gonna go play basketball, I would do that. But then at the same time, I would go home and I would hop on my Xbox, play some Halo. I would go watch some YouTube videos and dance.
Mm-hmm.
I would go watch 106 in Park, learn whatever Chris
Oh,
Brown was
yes.
doing. And then it got to a point where I would go to school the next day, like, hey Byron, did you see 106 in Park? Yeah, I did. Do that dance that Chris Brown was doing. Show us the
Yes.
lean with it, rock with it thing.
That's
Show us
how
the
I learned
Fat
how to
Daddy.
crump, y'all.
You had a crump?
From watching Run It. Yeah, watching that video over and over. I used to play
We're
it
gonna
like
have a dance battle.
10 times a day.
We're gonna have a dance.
Too many video ideas, y'all. It's gonna be like 3, 4, 5, 6 parts.
Yeah. But nah, so anyways, like I was going to school and just like I was just being me. I was literally copying hip hop and pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just living that. I used to literally in high school, I would skip school and I am proud of this actually. Like I used to skip school every day and watch The Fresh Prince. It's my favorite show on earth, and I will never take those days back. You know, I almost failed my junior year because of that. But still, like it was so much character development. When you think back about Will Smith and even like how he would dress, like let's say that there's an episode where there's a school dance, right? He would come in with like his J's, his blazer that's opened up with his tie that's like half tied around his neck, and like a hat or something. And like that, the way he showed up, he was unapologetically himself, right?
Yes.
The way he talked to women, even on the show, unapologetically himself, yet they were still hooked. He could get anybody on the show. And I knew it was a show, but I also knew that that's kind of real too. So I stayed home and basically took notes, watching The Fresh Prince every day.
So you would say that was a person that kind of inspired you a lot, or do you feel like that just kind of modeled where your life was, being in the hood, but also having that type of ability where even though I'm in the hood, I'm still, you know, feel like you're not upper level, but just feel like good about yourself even with being in the hood?
That's a really, really good question. Oh my gosh. I'll say yes to that. He is somebody that I looked up to. Absolutely. He's like one of like, if I had a Mount Rushmore of people who directly inspired my life and the way I moved, literally once I moved out here and I finally got my job at TMZ because like all right, 2013, I did the internship with Fox, moved out here 2014, was just doing like whatever part-time work. I'm new here. Don't nobody know me. I don't have nothing. I don't have a following. I have like 1,000 followers.
Right.
The next year I'm working at TMZ and it's like that.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that.
So as a content creator, do you batch your work or do you just, when you get hit with inspiration, do you press record?
The funny thing, I'm a little different. I said this in the note. I don't create content. I am content. So with me, content could be as simple as me just turning on my camera and just capturing a dope moment. I found that the most sustainable way for me to do content is to build a life worth recording first. And then number two, have as many dope moments as you can in that life, and then they'll naturally be recorded. So that's how I move. I don't go out like I'm gonna shoot this, except for today. You know, there's that one like samba salsa dance with the foot thing that the guy's doing.
I see that.
I might do that one on purpose, but other than that, my content comes from me like feeling something. Like if I see a video, I'll literally just recreate that video real quick and post it.
That's perfect. Alrighty, now there's one question I ask every creative, and it's the first word that comes to mind, so don't think too much about it.
Okay.
Being a Black creative is?
Freeing.
Love that. See, everybody says something different. So if y'all haven't tuned into the other ones, make sure y'all listen up for that part. So yes, freeing. I love that. That's definitely important, is to be free with whatever you're doing, whether that's in the creative space, whether that's just in life. You got to be free.
Yes.
I'm not shackled down to anything. That's why I say I'll start anything everywhere. I start this podcast just out of like my mind. Just say, hey, everybody's doing it. I want to do it too, you know?
And you're doing it and doing it well.
Thank you. Everybody tells me that, but I just feel like I'm not doing good, but I am. So, hey, shout out to everybody who's came through and told me I'm doing well. So I love you guys.
Yes, I love it.
So what is your final piece of advice? Just either in life or if you want to say for creators, just what do you have left that you feel like people need to?
I'll say it's getting harder to live on planet Earth. It's getting more expensive. It's getting harder to pay rent in every city, not just Los Angeles. It's getting harder to find jobs. We're losing them left and right. AI's taking them left and right. It's hard to find stability, right? And guess what they want you to do? They want you to subscribe to all of that. They want you to subscribe to everything these days. Everything is a subscription. And I'm just going to jump ahead real quick. In the future, a lot of us won't work. That's just what it is because they won't need us to. there will be AI to do all of the accounting, all of the stuff that deals
Everything.
with
Yeah.
numbers. They will do it. They won't need humans to make a lot of burgers. They already don't use a lot of humans in McDonald's now. I say that to say, find a skill that you love, that you trust, and that you can live off of, regardless of any system that you're a part of, because the system is already changing and it will change. So I would say stop subscribing to everything because it's all a part of this system. Like everything your rent is going to become a subscription because guess what? In 2035, when 60% of people don't work 9 to 5s anymore and they get rid of the 5 day work week, it goes into a 4 day work week. And even then, only the most skilled workers will be working and they'll be working with AI. And most people won't be working at all. There's going to be this thing called Universal Basic Income, UBI. So they're going to get rid of the healthcare system. They're going to get rid of the the retirements and
Yeah.
pensions already gone. They're trying to get rid of child support. They're
Yeah.
trying to get rid of a lot
Everything.
of stuff, and they're going to supplement all of that stuff with universal basic income. I say that to say that's going to be a subscription because once you start making money from the government, you got to start using it the way they want you to use it. Otherwise, they start limiting how you use it and they start tracking how they give it to you. So I say that to say stop subscribing to everything. Find sovereign freedom, invest in other assets, invest in collections, create something, start a business, own something, but don't subscribe to anything. That's my final piece of advice. If you subscribe to things, they will own you. If you own things, you will own it, and they can't control you.
Okay, testimony. I didn't even want to give my input. I just needed to let him go and give that spiel to y'all, okay? When the spirit moves you, you got to let it do it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, y'all. So go ahead and give us one more rundown just of your social media, where the people can find you, all the things about your app. So just in case they didn't hear it in the first part, they can get it one more time.
Yes, ma'am. Once again, my name is Byron K. Byron K. Williams. You can find me everywhere online at Hero from the 90s. The app will be coming out most likely this year, 2025, if not 2026. It'll be called the Flow Finder. It'll be at myflowfinder.com. It's not there yet. If you go there, it's going to be a blank page, but pretty soon there'll be a whole app that you can use and hopefully find your flow.
Yes, awesome. And y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, comment, share, like, follow my guests, follow me, and we will see you soon. All right. Bye, guys.
Peace.